ERA Reardon Realty, Rick Reardon, and from Good Earth Real Estate, Phil Morgan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bart.
Oh, welcome to the show. A few moments ago, I hinted that you are together today, teaming up. So you've got an announcement.
Yep, we in beginning of middle of December, I purchased Good Earth Real Estate. So Good Earth is now part of ERA Reardon, and we are going to create ERA Reardon Commercial to grow on the amazing commercial business that Phil and Alex and the rest of his team did at Good Earth.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
So Phil, you're still going to be in the real estate game.
Yep. Still doing what I've always done. That's what I tell everybody. The only thing that's changed any differently is the brand. ERA Reardon Commercial now. But we're going to continue to work on all the good projects that we've been doing and sell commercial real estate in Jackson, Michigan.
So everything will be under the ERA Reardon brand.
Correct.
Divisions, different divisions, a commercial division then?
We're just going to open an office that is going to be ERA Reardon Commercial, and that's where Phil and I already had several other agents who were doing commercial, but we'll have a separate location now for that so that we can really start focusing on that. I mean, with the combined companies together, we're by far the largest commercial company in Jackson.
Well, that's been, I think, the focus of Good Earth for the last few years.
Yeah, we've spent 2005 is when we started Good Earth. So, in 2008, we went primarily to the commercial side of the business and have been working that brand or that segment of the business really hard ever since. So,
well, awesome! Congratulations. Sounds like a great team.
Yeah.
I think so. I've been working on Phil for 5 or 6 years. It's not it wasn't a quick process. I'd call him, go out to lunch, talk, and see what we could come up with. And it just, timing finally worked out that it made sense to move forward. And so I'm super excited about growing this side of the business.
So your headquarters is on West Avenue.
West Ave is the main office, yeah.
Main office. Now you've been on Wildwood next to Jackson High School.
Yep.
Will that change?
That will change. The plans are to move into a building that Rick has downtown already, next to Agma Brewing.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, that'll work out very well.
Looking at getting taps put through the wall.
Well, I remember when you bought that building, you were one of the first to invest in build-outs for second and third floor apartments.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably almost 20.
And it's got so the main floor is retail space. That's where you'll be in the commercial division.
Yep. Right now, At Home Mortgage is in that space, but there's plenty of room. So we're going to have both businesses in there. So At Home Mortgage will stay in there, and then we'll have ERA Reardon Commercial and have some agents down there.
So what's the difference, between residential real estate and commercial real estate? Does it require, is it a dedicated person that has that experience in training, or give us the kind of the separation between those two types of real estate? I
think a lot of it is knowledge and contacts, having the people within the business that people you can call on. We were talking earlier, today I was working on a deal, and it was not that I could go to a playbook and say, oh, this is how I do it. I had to make a contact with somebody that I already had a prior contact with that could help drive the deal forward. So a lot of it's the expertise. It's the 40 years of doing real estate that I have, the 40 years of doing real estate that Alex has, the time that Freddie Heatherwick brings to it. Rick and I were talking over the process. You've got 150 years of combined solid real estate experience in those markets right now. So, and there's other things. I mean, we're always dealing with environmental issues. That's one of the things. You got to know who to go to for the brownfields. Who's downtown that can help you get through some of the hurdles with the zoning ordinances and the different things that we have to handle. So a lot of it's knowledge and contacts.
Yeah, you're right. Brownfield, in fact, I know you've been involved in some brownfield redevelopment in the downtown in the past, and
Yeah.
being in an industrial town like Jackson, there's,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
And just to piggyback on what Phil's saying, I mean, that's the reason I've had these conversations for years with him, because I have some of the knowledge in my office, and just to bring that much more. And, we didn't sit down and figure out numbers exactly, but it's easily 150 years plus of experience in just commercial. I'm not talking residential, then it's hundreds and hundreds of years of experience. Not making us old, but just saying the experience is there, and that's the huge value in bringing those people together. I mean, I have agents all the time that want to do commercial, but it's never been my specialty. I mean, I was residential before I quit selling real estate and just started managing, but it's nice to have that extra knowledge there, that when, if one of my agents comes to me with a Brownsfield or with a liquor license and that type of thing, I'm able to say, hey, Phil or Alex or Fred or George Kopp or whoever, help these people out. So.
Yeah, well, I know that, Phil, you've considered yourself an economic developer. So commercial real estate in a community like this, it's economic development.
Yeah, it's and that's really what excites me the most about this was the move downtown. We've had our hands in what's going on with the Albert Kahn project, Grand River Brewery, different things like that, that we've helped locate down here. And I want to continue that. Rick and I had the conversation that when I go away, or Alex goes away, or Fred or George goes away, how does that continue? How does that help better the community?
And you're talking about Alex Perlos,
Yep.
George Kopp,
And Fred Heatherwick.
and Fred Heatherwick.
Yep.
Well,
So,
there's right there, Fred Heatherwick. That's 100 years.
yeah.
I wasn't going to say it.
So, yeah. So, we want to continue that. Last week I was in a meeting in City Hall talking to some of the people there. What do they want to see? How do they want this to progress down here? And I think they're opening up to the possibilities. So
So you must be bullish on the market, the community, commercial real estate to make this kind of investment.
Right. I'm going to say on all of it. I mean, I think the market, just talked about it this morning in a meeting. I think the market's going to be positive in 2023. The news, I think, is just kind of catching up. I mean, they've been saying as bad as bad as bad. I think it's getting better. And so I think it'll be a good year for residential real estate, and I think it's going to be strong for different parts of the commercial real estate business. Obviously it's commercial's a little different, and Phil can talk to that a little more, but I feel it's going to be a strong year for real estate in general and for our community. I think our community's doing some great things right now.
Yeah, so people will come to town and they'll engage someone in commercial real estate to find them X number of square feet with this kind of exposure and these kinds of facilities, and then you match.
yeah, marry them up to the property if that property exists. If not, then we go find it.
Now the enterprise group, they've been saying we need more shovel-ready land. So does this involve real estate, buildable real estate? Will you be handling those kinds of deals too?
I'd like to see some of that coming. I think we need it. It's getting it ready. The Blackman Township is working on a project out there right now where they're moving a lot of earth out on County Farm Road for an industrial park. And that's that shovel-ready ground that we're talking about. But I think last two deals I closed were both warehouses within the city within the last 2 weeks. So there's good demand for that type of space. So yeah, the shovel-ready, the newer stuff. Jackson has a lot of antiquated space. We're talking about the brownfields. That adds time to any deal. You're not talking about a deal that's going to happen in a month or two. You're talking about a deal that's going to take 6 months to a year. So we need to get some ground that's ready today for these people. The highway just reopened. I don't know if you've been out there on that, but I think that changes the impression of Jackson. I think what's going on downtown has changed the impression of Jackson. We have people coming from outside of the community that like Jackson, and we're giving a good first impression now. So
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 94, once that's all done, it's going to be, it's like a gateway.
yeah,
Right.
for sure, for sure.
So residential real estate, there's, there's hot areas, neighborhoods and so on. Do we hit the same kind of thing in commercial real estate?
I think the community overall, I mean, you're boxed into areas by zoning. And the zoning is, it'd be nice to see a little bit more liberal zoning than what we have right now. You'll look at some of these zoning ordinances, they're written in 1974. That's 50 years ago.
Right, when you graduated from high school.
Yeah, not far from that, not far from that. I'd like to see them become more progressive. It's hard to have that happen overnight, but it's a whole different world than it was in 1974 right now. Heck, we didn't even know what the internet was at that point in
That's
time.
right. Well, congratulations on your exciting news, and thanks for sharing it with us and our viewers today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have you downtown too.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be fun. We'll create some
neighbors.
excitement down here, some more excitement down here.
That's right.
Exactly.
Joining us today from ERA Reardon Realty, Rick Reardon and Phil Morgan. More to come on today.